setting up, for giving a boost to Indian manufacturing sector and the Indian industrial sector, there was a need to set up iron and steel industries in India, but the British never set up the iron and steel industries in India. And one of the first iron and steel industries in India that was to be set up was, an Indian-owned iron and steel industry, which was set up way later in the 1920s. That was the Tata Iron and Steel Company, right? So Tesco was the one. But before Tesco, there were no major iron and steel industries that were set up in India by the Britishers because, and this was done intentionally so as to ensure that iron and steel production does not pick up in India. And if iron and steel production does not, and steel production does not pick up in India, then the growth of Indian industries would be hampered. And India would continue to be an investment destination for setting up British industries. And the British would import their machines from Britain and set up the industries here. So industries would grow, but industries that would grow in India would be British-owned industries, and these British-owned industries would make huge profits by selling consumer goods here. And so these British industries would set up their industries, import their machines, etc. from Europe and set up their industrial base here and produce consumer goods and sell it in India. But to ensure that there was no competition from Indian producers, the capital goods industries were never set up, and this hampered the growth of Indian industry. So what the British did in a sense was they brought a very lopsided pattern of industrialization. They brought in a lopsided pattern of industrialization. Okay. So they brought in a lopsided pattern of industrialization. So that's the last category that you need to remember. I've already dictated you a few questions, and that is what is important. In the prelims, they can ask you specific details about the permanent settlement system, the Zaria-Atwari system, ask you impact of the system on the rural agrarian structure. There can be a separate question on the railways. There can be a separate question on the British investment policies in India. There can be a separate question on the changing nature of trade policies with respect to India, and this is an extremely important